All right, we're here in Renton, Washington at the Newton Marine Shop. You ready for my shop tour? So this house has a lot of history for me. It was built in 1968. It was owned by my father, and for over 50 years, myself and himself have been building model RC hydroplanes in this garage. It's a two-car garage, but it's been a shop for as long as it's been built. I don't think a car has ever been in here. So you start off with, you can see I've got some storage units here that walk into the garage, and I've got, oh my gosh, I got a lot of stuff. So let's start over here. I've got on this on these shelves, I got these shelves from Costco years ago. I've got a gas Maverick. It's pretty much ready to run. I think I just have to fix the skid fin mounting on it, and it's good to go, and it can run. I've got some, I don't know if you remember seeing these about 20 years ago. Alberto had some RC models they had out, so I've got these for my son to mess around with. Hopefully I can get him playing with that sometime soon. Got some other projects up there. I've got some materials up here on top. I've got some honeycomb and foam and some other foam and parts up there. I got this flag from Harry Gatchins. I like Marlboro, the Ferrari a lot. On the other side here, you can see I've got I've got my son's little workbench here he can use, and I've got some wood stringers, some sheeting materials here, storage, some of that G10 stuff, and some other wood as well. I've got another storage rack here, stacked with boats. Oh my gosh, I got too many. Below here, I've gotten into racing RC cars a lot. It's in those boxes down there. Because of COVID, can't race those at all. Got this last year. It's a 1979 Miss Budweiser. Soon it was nitro. You can see the pipe still in there. That's going to be FE'd, so it'll be electric. I'll run that. This X-Side back here was actually built by Dan Wood many years ago. My dad raced it. I raced it for a little while, and John Gatchins had it, and he crashed it, and it's wrecked. So I want to fix it up and run it again at some point. That's on the list to do. Over here, I got my, let's take the cover off of that. Got my Smokin' Joe's 8 scale FE. That's ready to go and run. So whenever I get a chance to run that, probably be at some ERCU races this year. Looking forward to running that in that club. Got my old Smokin' Joe's Nitro boat above there. It's seen better days. Hopefully one day I can restore that and fix that up. All right, over here on this far wall, more boats and projects. You can see I've got a mono up there when I was sponsored by Venom. I could race that. I've got my Squire shop over in the corner. This Miss Budweiser 2, that's actually, I just sold that to Bob Sano. He'll be picking that up. I've got a Circus Canard up there. I'd like to work on that one day. This Such Crust is actually John Gatchins. I'm helping him get that restored and put back to order. That'll be a FE project, so conversion, so you can run that. I've got 1/10 scale Graham trucking. Actually, I have paint and graphics ready to go for it, so I'm going to make that Miss Home Street. Waiting for it to warm up a little bit, get some other projects done, and I'll get that painted and ready for the year for Division 3 or the modern class for Classic Thunder or ERCU. Got a little station here for my son to mess around with some train stuff. I've got this bandsaw. This bandsaw, I don't know if there's a year on it, but it's, let me see if there's a year. This was actually my grandfather's. He used it. My dad used it. So needless to say, it's old. It's an old bandsaw, and it just goes and goes and goes. I love the old tools because they just work, and they don't really need much maintenance, right? So I've got this huge box here. It's just full of tools. I use a lot of different tools and stuff. I've got one thing down here. I've got too many props. Look at all those props I got. All right. Got some cowlings up there. Some projects. If I ever get time, I'll work on those. I've got some cowlings. If you, hey, is anyone out there like that six-wheeler Tamiya car? I've got a bunch of bodies for that. You can buy that if you want. Here's my 8CL Nitro boat. It's my last Nitro boat I'll probably ever have. And security racing. Not much Nitro in my future, I don't think. But that's here. And if ever get a chance, I'll run that again. Here's some tent scale carbon boats. I got two Mr. Pringles up there actually. So that's on my list to do this summer. So storage for my tools there. And then here, let's take a look at this side over here. So these center cabinets here, these actually came from, I used to work at QFC. It was a grocery store in the area. I was a cashier there, and these are end cap displays. And they were getting rid of them. They just put them outside to be thrown away in the dumps with the dumpsters. So I took them home and 2 trips, and they're pretty cool. It's like a center island here, and I got storage all the way around and a huge table working space. So I can have all my soldering gear there. I've got glassing materials down there. I've got radios and other stuff down there, and my toolboxes on this side. All my crap. This boat over here, I just got this from Brian Perkins actually, so I'm gonna hopefully run that in a couple weeks, and hopefully be a fun boat my son can drive. All right, let's look over here. A couple projects. So I've got this Wahoo. So this Wahoo actually was actually built by my father. Bill Smiley raced it for a number of years, and I think it was actually built. Steve Brown was the first one who raced it back when ERCU was formed. I've been restoring it, and one cool thing about it here I want to show you is the inside. My dad actually has a signature there. Look, RJN hull number 2, 1102. So it was built in 2002. He made a mold for this boat, and that was the second boat out of the mold. So I wanted to make sure that was saved in there, so I glassed over that and saved it. So that's pretty cool. Here's a Miss XI. It'll be my second division, or second boat for vintage class. I got a friend here. He'll be probably racing that boat this year. So, and then got a bunch of just stuff everywhere. This drill press is actually a really old drill press as well. Look, it's Craftsman as well, and this was my grandfather's as well. So yeah, those old power tools, they just keep going. Love it. All right, you see on the walls here, we got, I call this the Budweiser Wall of Shame. You can see all the cowlings and wings up there over the years. My dad and I built a lot of Miss Budweisers, and we wrecked a lot of them too. All right, so I got some of my charging stuff over here, and batteries. I have a TV on the shop so I can watch that. And then this thing here, look at this Mr. Pringles display. This is actually a grocery display. Last summer, I found this on OfferUp. Someone was getting rid of it, so got that put up in the shop. And this is the Wahoo again. Yeah, you can tell this is an old shop. You got an old rotary phone there. This thing is really cool. I want to show this. This came from Harry Gatchins as well. It's a light up bar sign. You can plug it in and it'll light up after it warms up there. So that's pretty cool. Miss Budweiser. That goes with my Budweiser display. And then just a lot of memorabilia on the walls over the years. You can see on the ceiling, you got all these posters and photos from different years. A lot of old 70s, 80s, 90s to present stuff up there and on the walls here. I've got some stuff on the cupboards. Got some plaques from races I won. Look at this. Got Czar's shop. Some different pictures of my dad in the shop there. More plaques. Part of a slow motion uniform there. I remember the Kingdom race. A poster from that. More placards and pictures and whatnot. So a lot of memorabilia, a lot of history of the sport. Try to show off here in this shop. And this piece here, I want to talk about this piece. So this piece, this up here on the wall, that used to be a 1/8 scale Lumar Windows films. I had a friend from New Zealand, actually Merv Souden, with a bunch of his friends came up, and one of his buddies had a Miss Lumar window films, and they were going over to Eastern Washington, and they were going to race at the Columbia Cup, the RC race, and they got in a car crash. Someone rear-ended them, and this boat actually ended up on the highway, and if you look closely, you can see some tire marks from a car going over it. So it got destroyed, and they didn't want to take it home, so they put it up on the wall. So it's here for display. Hopefully they'll come back one day and they can see it again. So so that's my shop. This is where I get all my work done, and hopefully I can get some more work done, get some more projects done. I've got too much to do. I do have another area back here. Let's go back to another room, and this is where I do all of my, it's my backyard, but this is where I do all of my drawing and Newton Marine stuff. So this is the drawing room. This is the Newton Marine room. But let's not look at that today. We'll come back for another time to see that. All right. Hope you enjoyed my shop tour. We'll see you at the races.